Hi guys, so my name is Jasmine and this is going to be my first YouTube video. So today I'm going to be doing a drugstore makeup tutorial. I'm not sure yet if I want to do a eyeshadow look, but for sure I will be doing my full face makeup tutorial. So we're going to start off with priming with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I found this at Target and I'm pretty sure it costs like $4 or $5, so it is pretty affordable. So next I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and for this I do use the Ulta Beauty brow pomade. I've tried the e.l.f. one and I feel like it's too shiny for my liking. Like, I don't really like that one. It's a lot cheaper than this one, but oh, that's my mirror. But I do like this one a lot better. I'm just going to start by lining the bottom part of my eyebrow. And if you mess up, it's okay because we're going to clean it up anyway. And then I'm going to dip back in and get some more and start from the middle. And then follow the line of my eyebrow all the way back. And then just fill it in with the rest of the product that I have on the brush. And then when I'm done filling it in, I am going to go kind of light-handedly towards the front and line the top. They do look a little bit dark right now, but we're going to get a spoolie and blend it out. I always start by blending the front part first, and then kind of going back and just brushing my hair back so they look pretty laid down. And then I'm just gonna do the other one off of camera and I'll be right back. So to clean up my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using two different concealers. They're both Revolution, but this one's the Ultimate Coverage Concealer, and then this one's just the Conceal and Hydrate. I used to have this one, the original formula, and it was way too dry for my skin, but it was the best concealer that I've ever tried. So now that they came out with this one, this is my new favorite concealer. So to clean up the bottom, this is kind of like a pomade also, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. This one is also kind of drying, but especially when I do like my eyeshadow, I like to use this one and bring it all the way down to my eyelid. And then I'm gonna go in with the Conceal and Hydrate. And I just kind of like dip my brush in there, like a little bit, because like a little bit goes a long way with these. And they're also really affordable. I believe this one is like $7 at Ulta, and this one is $5, I believe. Sometimes I do just like leave the product in the middle and then kind of go from there. If I get a little bit too much, I always do that first. Usually for my brows, I always just kind of get like a buffing brush and kind of just rub out the concealer, make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, and that's the brow step. So I'll be back to do my foundation. So I didn't even show you guys the brushes I'm using, but I'm using really affordable brushes also. This is just a e.l.f. highlighting brush, but I use this for blush because it is pretty big. And then this is the Eco Tools, I'm pretty sure it's Eco Tools highlighting brush. And then these 3 brushes came in a set from BH Cosmetics, and the set of like, I think it was 20 brushes was like $15. You can get them online. They're really cheap and really good brushes. And this is also an Eco Tools brush. I don't remember where I got the Eco Tools, but they are really affordable and really good brushes also. And then this one, I have like a lot of like eyebrow cleaning brushes, and I just get them at like TJ Maxx and like those sets with brushes and stuff. But yeah, so I am using really affordable brushes also. So since we already put down the primer, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and this is the Revlon Candid foundation. And this, honestly, I feel like is a dupe to the Born This Way. I always use Born, like this is like my go-to foundation, but like this isn't my color right now. So I had to go down a color, and I wanted to try this one, and I tried it, and honestly, 10 out of 10. So I'm just gonna use this buffing or blending brush, and I usually just go with 1 pump to start off, and like if I kind of want full coverage, then I'll go in with 2, but usually 1 is enough for my liking. And then I am gonna go in with the beauty blender after, just to make sure everything's well blended and there's no like brush lines. And then I'm gonna go in with that same concealer, the Conceal and Hydrate, and I'm using C7. And then with the concealer, I am gonna go in with the beauty blender. This beauty blender is from Real Techniques, which is also really affordable. You can sometimes, if you like, I don't know, if you're like me and go to TJ Maxx every weekend, if you look in the makeup section, sometimes they have these sponges, the orange ones, like 2 for $4, and like if you go to Target, each one is $4, so it's kind of a steal. People keep calling me. Recently, I haven't been setting my foundation or concealer because of how dry my skin is. And honestly, I don't know, my foundation doesn't crease or anything, so I mean, I don't see the point of doing it, but for the sake of this video, I guess I will. And I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in Fair. And I've been using this powder for like the last 2 years. Like, it is one of my favorites. So like I like tap it almost all out and just have a little bit, and I don't really like brush it on. I just kind of like push it into the skin, make sure it's like well in there. And then for my nose, I pinch it like this and just dab it on like that. Same thing for my forehead. I also do like this line right here. It's not really that sharp, but I do it anyway. I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I used to use the Hoola bronzer, and I've been wanting to try the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula for a really, really long time, but I've been stuck on Hoola until I went to Target and I found this on sale, so I bought it. This is originally like $11, and that one day that I went to Target, it was like $7, so I was like, I'm gonna try it now. So I don't really use that much. I always tap out my products because I feel like if I put too much, it's gonna look all crazy, you know? And I kind of just go along my cheekbones, you know, like the basic that everybody does. And I love this one so much more than the Hoola bronzer, because the Hoola bronzer, if you guys know, it's matte. And this one has like some type of like little like sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it also kind of makes my skin like glow a little bit. So for my nose, I just dip it in there once, and I don't really tap it out, but I just squeeze my brush like this, and just softly go like that. And then I use the other side, do the same thing. And then from there, I'm gonna go to blush. I've been using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush for a really, really long time. I recently got the Infallible one, and I like love this one. This one like makes my skin look so like blended, and like, I don't know, it just makes it look so soft and cute. But this one is like more of like my skin, my favorite color blush, and I find for this one I have to mix. So I always just grab this one. It's in my drawer. It's quick to get. And they're both really affordable. This is like $2-3. This one, I don't remember how much it is, but it's L'Oreal, so it's pretty cheap also. I think I'm just going to use the Infallible one. This one is a really good blush also, and I'm using that e.l.f. highlighting brush. So I mix this one and this bright one. This one, the Wet n Wild one, is like super pigmented. The first time I used it, I looked like a clown, like literally. So I did use the Infallible one. I'm pretty sure this is like $10 for four blushes. So it is a pretty good price. And then before I put highlight on, I do go in with the Mario Badescu, whatever this is. And I do spray my face before I put highlight on. And for highlight, I don't really use like actual highlight, but I use the e.l.f. shimmering light highlight powder. And this is like really subtle. So I just tap this on. I don't really like to like brush it. And usually if I'm not like talking this much, I usually do this look in a good 10 minutes. Like, this is a good like going to school look, or, you know. So then I go back in with the spray to set all of that in. Okay, so I am going to be doing my eyeshadow, and for my eyeshadow, I'm going to just use this palette. This is the Be In Love With, and it's by Makeup Obsession. I found it at Target, and I believe it was like $10, and these are like my go-to shadows, like all of my favorite colors. Like, I'm going to be using the Morphe eyelid primer, So I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna grab some of the concealer with the same brush that I cleaned up my eyebrows. And mix it together. And I'm just gonna go on my lid. I usually always do this, like, I just put that much and then I just blend the rest up with my finger. So I'm gonna go in with the color Adore, this one, this white kind of color. And I'm gonna be using the Morphe E30. And I'm just gonna tap it into my eye. And then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush and go in with the color Treasure. This is like a pinky nude. Like, this is my favorite color of all time. And I'm just going to go above the crease with this. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this more dense blending brush. I got this in a pack from like TJ Maxx a long time ago. And I'm going to go into the color Beloved, this one right here. And same thing, I'm going to go a little bit until I get the color that I want, just so I don't overdo it. And I'm just going to do it right here on the edge. And more on my eyelid, kind of towards the crease. And I'm just like tapping it in and going back and forth. I'm not really like going like that. I'm just kind of tapping it. Now I'm going to go into circles. And then I'm going to go in with this really small fluffy brush that I also got in a pack from TJ Maxx a really long time ago. And I'm going to go into Soulmate, this one right here. This is kind of like a reddish brown. And I'm going to go really light-handed and just go right here. I'm going to go back into Treasure, that first pinky color that we got. And just try to bring back that pink color. And then we're going to go back into the concealer and we're going to do somewhat of a cut crease. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with that small brush and Soulmate, and I'm going to mix it with Bow. I'm going to mix these two together. And now I'm going to go back in with the Fluffy and Treasure and bring back that pink again. And with this BH Cosmetics number 6 brush from that set, I'm going to go in with that white shadow that we used at first. And that is it. I'm going to do my other eye off the camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to be taking Soulmate and Bow again. I'm just going to be mixing them together. I'm putting it on the outer part of my lash line. And then bring it in towards when you're like already like place it on the end and then blend it towards the front. Do the same thing on the other eye. And then for the inner corner highlight, I am going to be using this color called Dreamer. You guys see it? It's like a little shimmery. And I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of like stamp it in there. And then I am going to be doing eyelashes. So let me go get those real quick. Okay, so for my lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell Faux Mink in number 817. And I do use the Duo brush on glue. So these are like, I have used these before and they're cut to my eye shape and the length that I need and stuff. So when you get yours, make sure you like, let me show you. You get the eyelash and you like put it up to your eye, and if there's like any extra like lashes towards the end, make sure to cut them off. If you don't, they do become really bothersome. I usually do use tweezers to put them on, but I don't know where they're at, so I'm just gonna try my best with my fingers. So when it starts like kind of turning clear, that's when I'm gonna put it on. I just laid it on, like the middle part. I always make sure to put the middle part first, and then I go in to the edges and make sure they're on good, because then that's the part like for me that I always catch that they're like not sticking. So always make sure they're well glued on, and then once it's on, I kind of like let it dry for a little bit just to make sure that it's gonna stick there. Usually when this one's drying, I go in and squeeze my lashes together, my actual lashes and my falsies, and see how they like stick into my thumb. That's why I wait until they're like really dried down to my eye, and then that's when I go in and pinch them. Okay, that seems pretty good. So I'm gonna go in with the mascara. So I'm gonna go in with the BFF #2 lippy liner. And that's the look. Just kidding. Now I'm gonna go in again with the Mario Badescu spray. So that's today's look. I did a full face of drugstore makeup. So if you guys want to see more videos, just let me know. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below.